What's happening?
Forrest, how's my lips look? Are they pretty ashy?
Well, we got ashy lip syndrome. You gotta get a close up.
No, I always stay with the. I just got the Brazilian blowout.
Really?
Brazilian blowout.
Me too.
In the armpits.
Oh. All right, what's up, guys? We got Anthony Steele here, Forrest Folen here. How's everybody doing? We're here to talk about some things that could help you in a transformational way get to where you want to go. And we both believe that it starts in the mind and it externalizes into your body, into your life, your family, your work. Everything you do is intertwined, and that's that holistic perspective that we're talking about. And we're here to talk about resistance, really, and how we can then overcome that resistance, because a lot of times we feel like we've got one foot on the gas pedal, but the other foot's on the brake pedal, and we're doing this, start stop kind of a thing. Two steps forward, one step back. How can we lower the resistance and start to move forward without so much holding on? That's what we're looking at. So, Anthony, in your life, what are some of the things, or with the people that you've trained, what has helped you overcome some of that resistance, or people that you've trained overcome some of that internal conflict, that internal resistance that keeps coming up?
Forrest, that's an awesome question. I really believe it's really dealing with that inner conflict that we're talking about. There's always an inner conflict that we have that we may feel going into something, whatever that may be. It could be going into that meeting at the job. It could be going into that training session with your trainer. It could be going into, speaking to one of those family members. Those family members that give us hell sometimes. We don't want to speak to them about certain things. We've grown up with them. We came up with them, and we're like, man, I really don't want to talk to this person. I really have nothing to say to them.
In our own family, right? Yeah, it does happen, yes.
That internal conflict is just, it's really facing that. And I think really that internal conflict is facing fear. And the best way that we can face fear is with courage. And there's so many things in our life that are going to give us purpose, right, through facing our fear. When you face your fear, you're going to find your purpose. And in doing that, it's really facing those times where your knees are knocking and the teeth are chattering.
You're putting yourself in the position where you're facing your fear.
Putting yourself in that position.
Yes.
Doing things that you normally wouldn't do, but when you come out of them, you feel empowered. And I really feel for me being able to face that internal conflict, especially coming from, just 7 years, a suicidal background. Feeling like there was nowhere to go, there was no one to go to. I couldn't go inside myself anymore. I had lost all self-worth. I was at the bottom room floor of life, and all I knew was, hey, in this dark place, the only thing that I can do is take my own life. Yeah. But to be able to start to get out of that type of mindset for myself was really starting to have affirmations. To really affirm myself, to be able to have that faith, or to be able to fake it, Yeah,
fake it till you make it.
Fake it till we make it, you know?
Yeah. What was the turning point then? You must have had some type of a turning point. You hit that bottom level. What about somebody that maybe hasn't hit the bottom level, but they're at they feel like mediocre level? Like, that position where, things are just kind of drifting along, but you can reach higher to greatness, but there's not that bottom level to make you bounce back up. You haven't hit that level. What can we share with people that want to rise up above that, but they're feeling that resistance every time they do? How do they get motivated?
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it, Forrest. I love the questions, because it always gives me the opportunity to be able to hit it in the right way. I think really the mediocrity level, or the average level. Yeah. Man, that pool is so huge in life.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be average because they don't want to face their fears. Yeah. It's so much easier to be average. It's so easy to be mediocre. I really believe to be able to get out of that mediocre pool, per se, or that average type of lifestyle, is to purposely put yourself, for one, with people that are going to stretch you. And they're going to stretch you in different aspects of your life. as far as, that could be in your training level, as far as training your body.
Mm-hmm.
Stretching yourself, putting yourself around people that are going to be able to get you to that next level. That professional that's going to be able to say, hey, I know you can do more. You may be crying right now. You may have tears coming out of your eyes. There may be things going on at home, but you're here, and I'm going to get you to that next level. You're going to do that extra sit-up. You're going to do that extra push-up. You're going to do what I tell you because I see in you greatness.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Or you put yourself around those types of people that are stretching in different aspects in your life that you feel or you know or you have that intuitive response in your spirit that says, you know what, I can do this. I can write this book, or I can speak in public, or I know I can, join this certain group. I know I can.
Yeah, when you're around those people that have kind of been there and done that,
yes.
and then you start to believe in yourself more, right? Because they can do it, and I'm spending my time with these people. These are real people. These aren't people we're seeing on TV or on just YouTube videos. These are people in our lives that we're surrounding ourselves with, but to do that, we kind of have to get out there and start communicating and talking with people and getting to that one-on-one relationship, and hiring a coach. Just putting yourself out there, saying I need a coach. I don't think, because I've spent thousands of dollars on myself with coaches, and not ashamed to admit the fact that I've always felt like I needed to learn more. But I put myself in the position to learn more, and then coming with that is a fear of failure. Feel like you get to the point where you feel like, I can't do this because look at how great these other people are. And then you start to believe that the self-talk, the negative self-talk that you've learned from your childhood, where this is for those types of people, not for you, not for me. This is, I was never, the athletic person, growing up. So I felt like, well, this is for the jocks, not for me. I can't get involved in that, not for me. It wasn't until I got in a position where I was doing martial arts and I learned to break out of that from a mental perspective and a physical perspective, the training, the physical training, the mental training, got into mind-body fitness. That helped me break the mold and realize that, I can do this too. Studies, academics, reading. Wasn't the smartest kid in high school. Barely graduated with the 2.0. Was a 5-year sophomore at the community college. But then, started my own business and learned, learned more in a streetwise way how to create my own business from scratch, turn it into a 6-figure business. Now we're collaborating and we're building a business together. We have a book coming out. We're going to put some of these concepts in our new book. So, all these things are possible for you, is what we're trying to say. So start thinking big, start thinking big picture, and realize you have those inner tapes, that dialogue in your head that says, maybe from the past, that I can't do it, or that, I'm not good enough. Start to let that go. At least be aware of it. That awareness is the first step. When you're aware of it, you can start replacing that inner dialogue, those tapes, those CDs, with now positive affirmations like Anthony was talking about. Right. So, what are some of the positive affirmations that you find yourself saying to yourself now?
Positive
To finish out.
Yeah, and the positive affirmations that I'll say to myself is, it may sound cheesy, man, but I'll tell you what, it works. It works. It gets into your subconscious. I say, 21 times, and sometimes I'll say it 21 times 3 in that day, depending on how I feel. But I'll say I like myself. And before I go into something that I feel that I'm feeling pressure, I'm feeling that stress, or the knees may be knocking, I'm like, can I really make this happen? Can I really bring the value that I want to bring to this situation? I'll say I like myself, 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 and I'll say that inside my heart or in my mind, and it'll filter down to my heart, and that helps me to go into that situation. Or unconditionally loving ourselves.
Yes.
I unconditionally love myself, right? There's so many people that are beating themselves up. There's so many of us that beat ourselves for prior transgressions, whether 2 minutes ago or 20 years ago, and we're still beating ourselves up, and we bring that into life because we don't unconditionally love ourselves. And that's why these concepts are not cheesy. That's why these concepts work across the board for the most successful people, because they're willing to say, hey, I know that I make mistakes. I'm a mistake maker.
Yeah.
But I'm also a mistake breaker.
Yeah. Fail forward is the way to go. Keep moving forward. Keep failing. Keep learning. Keep breaking those fears. And you will get there. All right, I'm Forrest Folen.
Anthony Steele.
We'll see you guys soon.